Hey guys, welcome back and happy Sunday. It's been a busy couple of days pulling into the marina and getting the boat ready for Ryan to fly out back to Australia and leave us behind for a little while. This included some annoying little jobs like pickling the water maker and replacing our old anode. During this time, we also welcomed two of our newest Sunday fosters, Brady and Duke, who will be staying with us for the next 2 weeks until they're able to integrate into SXM Paws's adoption center. Last night, we spoiled ourselves with a really nice home-cooked dinner, complete with our very own fireworks. But the evening did take a bit of an odd turn, and if you haven't checked out last week's video, I suggest you head over there and check it out. It was pretty funny. Now this morning, we're gonna jump in the tender and dinghy across to the other side of the lagoon so Ryan can head to the airport and jump on his flight.
Alright guys, so this is it. Leaving my beautiful home here on the boat to fly back to Australia. You gonna miss me, buddy? Hey? You're not gonna miss me? He's not gonna miss me because he's been barking at all the cats every time we walk around the marina here, so... anyway, we're heading back to Australia. Let's do it.
After almost 2.5 years of not being able to get back to Australia, we were so excited for Ryan to finally be able to fly back home to visit our family and friends. The only thing that was super upsetting was that I couldn't come along with him, but of course having a dog on board means one of you always has to stay behind. This is how you drop people off to the airport, boat style.
I know, just run into some rocks, eh? Alright, see you later, sexy legs.
Have a safe trip.
Yeah, I love you.
Boat life can do some pretty funny things to people in relationships, and some of them can be really good and some of them can be really bad. Sailing into different countries all the time and not having any stability or home base has made Ryan and I even more dependent on each other. Some countries we visit, we're literally the only person each other knows. You'd think after spending almost 4 years non-stop together, we'd be so ready to say goodbye. But to be honest, it actually does the opposite. It makes it that much harder to say goodbye because in this lifestyle, that person is your absolute constant.
Love you too. See you in a month, eh?
I love you.
See you later. First flight in 4 years. First time you're off the boat in 4 years, hey? Or 3.5. Alright.
Choices.
Alright, take it easy on that, eh? Alright, see ya. Let's go. See if she looks back. She looking back? Hey, there she is, she looked back. Oh, she loves me. All right, let's do this, checking in.
As Murphy's Law would have it, it didn't take long after Ryan left for things to start going wrong. And not anything too crazy, but just enough to make me really start to miss him. A couple days after he left, I turned the air conditioner on because it was getting pretty hot, and I noticed there was a big puddle of water underneath it. After doing some investigating, I found that the air conditioner was actually starting to leak some water and it had pooled in the bottom. So, first job on the list of to-do while Ryan's away is clear out all the water. Welcome to solo life living on a sailboat with 1, 2, 3, 4 dogs. We had the 2 little puppies come in. They've been in quarantine for the past 2 weeks here on our boat to make sure they're safe from any diseases and just recuperating from having a real rough start to life. So today is the day. I'm gonna give them a bath and then I'm gonna let them run around and meet Jackson and Oliver. So far they've been separated through a door in the other room. So they haven't had any contact with each other. But it's time. I'm sure Oliver will appreciate the fun and I'm sure Jackson will too because Oliver wants to play with him and Jackson wants nothing to do with him. Don't you, poor Oliver? You try and play with Jackson, but he wants nothing to do with you. Are you ready? Oh. Hi, welcome to the world. Oh. Freedom. Oliver wants to come see him really fast. Not yet, buddy. Let's let him get used to it first. And the 2 weeks is up now, so it's time to take them back to SXM Paws, where the ladies are gonna work on finding them loving homes. It's time to go. They're so sweet. So I'm gonna head over there now with these guys, get them settled in at SXM Paws. They're gonna have an amazing time because they're gonna have lots of friends to play with. It is gonna be interesting trying to get them there by myself though. One step at a time. Bye, Mr. Baby. Say bye, Manta Baby. Despite the offer of a ride from the rescue, I wanted to get the tender out and take it for a ride, and being the strong, independent woman that I am, I didn't want to bother them. So here's an update for y'all. Sometimes boat life sucks. And today is a perfect example of why life living on a boat is just a little bit harder than it needs to be. If I lived on land, I would just jump in my car with the puppies. I would have probably already been at the shelter, dropped them off, run some errands, did a run around, come back, and been able to enjoy the rest of my day. Our new outboard motor has been working really well, but the last few days I've let it sit and now it won't start. I think I've flooded it. Ricky and Simone popped by. Ricky's had knee surgery and he still tried to help, bless his heart, but he couldn't get it up and running. I think I flooded it and then he's tried to clear it out, but needs to sit for a little while. In the meantime, I can't accomplish anything apart from what I can from the boat today. So once in a while I just get really fed up. I've gotten a blister on my hand from trying to start the ripcord so much. And obviously Ryan's not here to be able to help me. This is me accepting defeat, so I'm gonna leave it for a while. Diana, the woman who owns the rescue, she's offered to come pick them up tomorrow. I'd really like to be able to come and film the puppies at the rescue and like show that they're gonna have a great time over there. I'm gonna try and get the motor started, but in the meantime I'm taking a break, watching some Netflix, and I'm eating some strawberries. I was really starting to hate living on a boat there for a minute. So after getting a bit of advice and also a process of elimination, I think I worked out what was going wrong. It seemed to be that if the fuel tank sat for too long, the fuel was separating from the oil, causing it to die out really easily. Initially, to help combat this, I removed the fuel hose and ran the motor to burn off any excess that was still inside, shook up the jerry can, reconnected, and started again. And from then on, I've shaken my jerry can every single time before I start the motor and I've had no issues, so it seems to have worked. Let me know if any of you guys have had the same problem with your two-stroke and if you've come to the same conclusion I have. So after I managed to get the outboard problem sorted, I was able to jump in the tender with the pups and head over to SXM Paws to drop them off. There's still tons of puppies available at the adoption center, so if you're interested in adopting a puppy and you're from the US or Canada, head over to their website and check out their application process because it's not as difficult as you may think. Alright guys, so one of the reasons we wanted to be in this marina is because it's really convenient for kind of everything you need. So while Ryan's away, obviously I'm by myself, I'm single-handed, so grocery runs are a little bit more difficult. The marina's right next to a giant Carrefour. It's actually one of the biggest ones on the island, which is so nice. So I'm gonna head up to Carrefour now and pick up some groceries. And I'm gonna take you guys with me because when we were down in Grenada, there were such limited groceries. So I'm so excited to be in a grocery store that's full and has stock shelves and endless selection. Literally everything you could ever want is in this grocery store. And I never realized how spoiled we've been until we got down to Grenada and basically had nothing, and what was there that was good, like lettuce and vegetables and stuff, was like wildly expensive. Let's go to a grocery shop. So it's quite a big complex here. It's pretty cool. Got all different areas. They got like the hotel, the country club, casino, restaurants, all that. The other night I had dinner here with Taylor and Kiki. It was really good. Oh. Is it good? It's pretty good. It actually doesn't taste like anything other than sesame oil. That's a big daddy bun. That's a Kiki bun. Get it, Taylor? We ended up just ordering a few different things to share, and it was all so good, including this hot Cheeto roll, which to be honest I wasn't really sure about, but it was so good. One of the big draws here at the marina is also that we could do some massive provisioning runs to stock the boat up before we head out to make our way to the Bahamas, because everybody we know says that groceries are really expensive and really hard to come by in the Bahamas. So all of our friends have done massive stock ups here, so we're right next to the grocery store, so it'll be perfect. Plus I get to eat all the good food while he's away. And as easy as that, you can do your grocery shopping. Look at, I've got sweat drops. I'm absolutely drenched in sweat. Doing grocery runs in the tropics by yourself, even when the grocery store is close to you, is hard work. Look at how sweaty I am. It's so embarrassing. One of the biggest reasons I had to do a grocery shop is because I ran out of coffee. So before we get into anything else, I'm making a coffee. And I've been living in Australia and out of Canada and not visiting the US for quite a long time. I've missed out on the Dunkin' coffee train. So the Carrefour here carries mostly American products. And I saw this on sale, so it's probably really bad for me. It's probably not very healthy, but I couldn't help myself but have a little try. We'll see how it goes. When Ryan's away, Brittni will play. This is the wild stuff I'm getting up to. This is pathetic. Is that too much? It's like drinking condensed milk. I'm not too sure about that one. Jury's out. 3 out of 10, don't recommend. So one of the other reasons I had to go to the supermarket was to get drinking water. So this marina has potable water, but it's not really good for drinking. But that's pretty much most marinas we've ever been to. Marina water's good for filling your tanks, for washing dishes, showering, all that kind of stuff. But we've pickled our water maker. Obviously, we don't want to make water while we're in the marina, so we're down to buying bottled water, which isn't very nice. I don't love doing it, but it's for a short period of time, and we make use of these for other things afterwards. Ryan uses them to collect oil, all different kinds of things. So that's that. Our good friends and patrons, Dasha and Ian from Lady Aquitaine, must have been sensing my despair from a distance because they invited me over for the most amazing afternoon. Complete with cocktails, champagne, limoncello, the most delicious lunch, followed by a homemade pavlova. Literally, it could not have gotten better than this, and I was so appreciative after the last couple weeks that I had. A few days later, it was time to take Oliver out for his very first beach day. It was so nice to see him running around on the beaches having the best time. I would have loved to bring Jackson, but unfortunately he's super reactive to other dogs, and I would have had a really difficult time managing the 2 of them on my own. He's so strong and can easily overpower me. This is why we don't really take him public places and always try and find remote beaches where he can run free without any distraction. While on the beach, I found some really beautiful pieces of sea glass and decided to head back and turn them into some nice pieces of jewelry. So I've had such a good response of my sea glass pendants. So thank you guys for all of you who've placed an order already. I'm packing a bunch of the orders right now and I'm going to be sending them out this week. So if you placed an order last week, they're going to be on their way to you super soon. As a little bit of a thank you for those who have placed an order already, I'm going to put a little bit of a present in there for you, a little extra piece of jewelry in there for you guys just to say thank you. And I'll probably do that for like the first 50 orders just to say thank you to you guys because I think it's so incredible. I really appreciate you guys supporting our journey and helping us along. I mean, all of this goes towards it, so I really appreciate it. So let's pack some orders. If you guys missed it last week, my pendants are now available on our website. Feel free to go check them out, and I hope you love them. Well guys, that's it for this week's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you didn't mind seeing me a little bit more since Mr. Weeper's gallivanting back in Australia, and we'll see you next week. Don't pee everywhere! Oh. For the last few days I've let it sit. Wait for a plane to go by. Oh, yeah.
Oh shit! Oh my god. Almost just ate shit.
Guys, I've run out of groceries and part of the plane. There's always planes going by when I'm ready to film. I understand why people shave their heads just to get their hair off the back of their neck.
Alright, if you like the videos, please subscribe. Fell off the couch. Like and subscribe.